Hello. So, I've been an audiovisual artist for some time, 15 more years, and one of the studios I was a fellow at in Birmingham, called Birmingham Open Media, happened to sit next to an astrophysicist, and she told me that black holes make chirp sounds when they collide. And I was like, oh wow, okay. So I emailed her and we started hanging out. I went to the physics department, the astrophysics department at Birmingham University, and I started playing them Hawkwind, because they sang about physics, probably from quite a different standpoint, but they were like, this is cool. When we started doing some stuff, and they studied gravitational waves. And gravitational waves are what travel across the universe when massive things collide. They travel when you move your arm around, gravitation, happens, but trying to measure that is quite difficult. And interestingly, like, gravitational waves don't reset like a spring, they stay where they are. So if you move your hand around, that leaves an imprint. So to detect gravitational waves, they have huge institutions like CERN that live underground, but they're not particles, they're obviously sort of measuring waves. They have to measure an immense amount of noise as well. So they have to have lots of these things around the world. There's one in Italy called Virgo, two in the States called LIGO, which stands for Laser Interferometer Gravitational Observatory. And they have to go off at the same time because there's so much noise around, they have to filter it all out, and the gravitational wave when it gets here the amplitude's about 1,000th the width of a proton, so it's like, you can have a debate about whether they exist or not, and people do. But I've got an interferometer here, and this is about as accurate as a banana when it comes to gravitational waves, because it detects vibrations, right? You have to hit it or send it some kind of pulse. And then it makes a buzzy noise. And when the buzzy noise goes through the synthesizer, we give it some pitch through a resonator, if you know the module called rings. But I'm going to plug it out of rings for now. I'm going to put it in here and see if we can make some noise with it as is.
He's not doing anything yet.
There we go. Let's turn that off. It's a bit noisy. So that's the sound of the solenoid that I've got on top of it. That, if I bang it, I mean, you can come and talk to me afterwards and come and have a look at this thing, because most of you are looking at the back of an orange box. I mean, you can come and gather around quickly now if you want to get a quick look. No, let's wait. Let's wait till afterwards. So basically, we've got a little laser beam here that gets split into two, and there are two mirrors. One of them I line up so it all lines up nicely and they hit each other, the optic, together. The other one is suspended on this spring. And that's the raw noise from it, so it's a really nice percussive sound already. When I send it the pulse from this amazing little box through this 12-volt solenoid, and this is coming from being triggered by the Turing machine at the moment, which is a kind of random gate pattern generator, and we can lock it. We get a lovely sound out of it. rings and make some music with it.